What's going on, good people? Byron Scott here to talk to you guys about how to get started in real estate, right? So there's so many videos, so much stuff out there talking about how you get started in real estate. And I watched those videos for 8 years and never did a daggone thing, right? So it's like, so how do you get started? There's so much stuff out there. It's like, what should you do to try to get started in real estate? And that would depend. It all depends on who you are, because who you are is going to, it's going to depend on how much money is in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So you talk about getting involved in real estate. You got to know, how much money do you have to be spending on real estate? You see what I'm saying? It's like, they're going to determine how you get started. Like, if I would have had hundreds of thousands of dollars, I would get started by just buying some properties, you know what I'm saying, or buying a big multifamily, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, you know. But if you don't have any money, like zero, like absolutely nothing, your stuff gonna look different. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look different. So um, that's what I want to talk about today, and I want to take y'all questions. What you think about as far as how to get started. I remember wanting to get started in rentals to create passive income, but I didn't have the funds to do that. I didn't know that there was ways in real estate to make money, and then you could take that money and then buy rentals. You know what I'm saying? If I'd have knew that, okay, this is the best way to get cash, straight cash from real estate, right? And that's wholesaling. Wholesaling real estate is the best way to get straight cash from real estate, right? It's the best way to get straight cash, right? There's no better way to get straight cash, right? So let me see what the comments saying. Jordan up in this thing. What's up, man? Always coming through. Always coming through, man. Appreciate you coming through. Jordan said, Byron, I got my first deal closing Friday. Woo, woo. Man, whew, that's big right there, man. Got a deal closing Friday. That's what's up, man. We may have a deal closing on the same day, because I got a deal that's supposed to close. Hopefully, mine go ahead and close tomorrow. But if it doesn't close tomorrow, it'll close Friday. But congratulations, man, on your big closing, Jordan. Proud of you, man, for real. You being here all the time listening, and you finally getting your first deal. We got to bring you onto the show, man. We got to get you to jump on and talk about that first deal, man. So hit me up. Let me know. Actually, I think I got you on IG. And dude, got to bring you on the show, man. Let you tell your story about your first deal. So A said, congrats, Jordan. Bigs up to you, man. No doubt, man. No doubt. So congrats, Jordan. Ty coming through, man. Ty always coming through. Appreciate you, Ty. But yeah, congratulations, Jordan, on that big first deal, man. That's huge. You know what I'm saying? You're one deal away from breaking that thing wide open. And another thing I never knew was like, okay, once I get one deal, what do I do next? You know what I'm saying? What do I do next? Well, what you do next is you you start building a business. You see what I'm saying? Now you got funds, you could build a business, right? You need a monthly budget. This is what I'm gonna budget every month, right? Your main thing that you need to be spending money on is leads, right? What's gonna generate you leads? That's what you need to spend your money on. You need to spend your money on the thing that's gonna generate you leads, right? So that's what I would say to you, Jordan, man. You get your money, you spend you basically map out your business, and you spend your money on the things that's going to bring you leads, because the leads are going to lead, the contract's going to lead to more deals, right? That you can put more money into getting more leads, right? So your lead flow is your deal flow is your money flow. So you got to make sure you're doing that. So A Ward came through the same, said, congrats, Jordan. Appreciate it, A Ward, man, coming through. And congratulations, Jordan, again. Um, so don't worry, guys. We're gonna have Jordan onto the show, tell his story, man. It's gonna be big, it's gonna be good. But yeah, man, it's like, what's the best way to get started in real estate? Like, a lot of people would tell you go buy a rental property, it's passive, You'll be able to bring in money, da 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 da. It's like, and like I said, that's good depending on what situation you in, right? But if you don't have a lot of money, if you don't have no money, absolutely none, zero, I would say your best bet is to create, your best way to get, you know, your best way to get involved in real estate is to connect with others, right? Start connecting, right? You need to connect with the people who got money in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? You need to connect with, real estate agents that's connected to these cash buyers. You need to try to connect to as many cash buyers as you can and as many agents as you can, right? Connect with people, right? Figure out what they're looking for, figure out what they need, right? So you connect with people, figure out what they're looking for, figure out what they need. You bring them what they need, what they're looking for. You add value, and what do you get in exchange for value? Money, right? So you get money in exchange for value. That's why you need to connect with people. And if you don't, you're trying to get started wholesaling and you don't have money, you need to go get a little money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what do I do? I'm trying to wholesale, I ain't got no money. Go get a little money, right? Well, first thing, go out there and connect with buyers and connect with agents. Second thing, and people don't like to hear this, man. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to hear go get some money. Oh, I ain't got no money. Go get some. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to get a little money is not the ultimate challenge, man. I'm not saying you got to go get thousands of dollars. We talking about a couple of $100, $100 here, $100 there, and it can brew up and turn into your first deal, just like Jordan's did. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I did. It's like it was just a couple of $100 here, a couple of $100 there. Most people's problem is not the fact that they ain't got it. It's the fact that they don't want to spend that money. You know what I'm saying? It's like people don't want to spend that money, man. And the crazy thing, I just got hit up from my agent. You know what I'm saying? She said, "Oh, y'all ain't gonna be able to see that." She basically said it's closing at 2 o'clock. Let me see if I can help that light right there. My phone all messed up. Yeah, there it is. Y'all see that? This closing at 2 o'clock on Friday work for you? Yes, it does. This closing at 2 o'clock on Friday work for you? Yes, it does work for me. Right? Yep. Yes, it does. Yep. So closing on that deal on Friday, man. So that's gonna be a good one. So closing on that deal on Friday, Jordan closing on his deal on Friday, and we're gonna get this thing going. We're gonna interview Jordan on Friday, just to get that initial reaction, man. I want to get him while he in the midst of it, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get Jordan on the show on Friday. Jordan, just let me know what time you're gonna be ready to jump on this thing. But we're gonna get Jordan on the show on Friday. I'm gonna close on Friday, so we both gonna be closers on Friday. Coming through talking to y'all. But man, you know, I just wish I would have known that wholesaling is the way you probably need to get started. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the best way to get started. And I wish I would have knew, wholesaling is the way to get started. The two keys to getting started with wholesaling is understanding one, that you need a little money, two, that you need to connect with buyers first, right? You need a little money and you need to get connected with buyers. Even if you finding properties, you still need to get connected with buyers because that's what's gonna change everything. That's gonna make a deal, right? So it's gonna take you a little money. You need to connect with buyers, right? Those two things right there is what you need to know, right? And the third thing that I wish that I would have done is got connected with somebody who could teach me, about more about this wholesale game. So I got more education up front, right? Because like I said, I just learned through trial and error. And when you learn through trial and error, you get a lot of errors. You know what I'm saying? you know, like I've had friends who started wholesaling, they didn't have to make the errors that I made, right? Because I was like, oh no, hey, over here, right? Hey, take this buyer, right? Go and do this, do it this way, right? And they able to make big profits. Now, you know, they able to make 30K, 40K, all the 50K, all that stuff. But those deals for me, they were 4K deals. You know, these guys turning them into 30K deals. For me, it was 3K deals. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you know, they making 40, 50, 30, 20K checks. I was making 3K check, 4K check, 5K check, 8K check, right? I wasn't making them big crazy checks like the other people was. I was making, you know, 5,000 here, 6,000 there, you know, until I really learned. You see what I'm saying? I had to spend $5,000 to go to Keith Everett training to figure out how to really level my game up and scale up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but the thing is, it's like in my brain, that wasn't worth it. You see what I'm saying? Up front, in my brain, it wasn't worth it at all. And for a lot of people, it ain't worth it at all. You know, I have people even looking at me like, you know, people look at people like Keith Everett, look at people like Maxwell say $5,000. You can come hang out with me, learn everything from my team, you know, and we can go hang out. People don't see the value in that. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, it's like, you know, it's crazy, man. Once you made it, it's like, dude, that's a steal. You know what I'm saying? Because, dude, at some point, 5,000, like even on my level, $5,000 is more like $500. You see what I'm saying? It's like $1,000 is more like $100. You know, $100 is more like a dollar. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, so it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know, to be able to get in a room with these big dogs like that. You know what I'm saying? That's big. That's huge. It's like, and the thing is, it's like one thing, boom. That's why I was at Keith Everett training, and it was like I would hear one thing. I was like, man, I could make hundreds of thousands of dollars off that one thing you just said. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can make hundreds of thousands of dollars off the one thing he just said. I can go change that and run it up. You know what I'm saying? I can go change that and really run it up. You know, I was at, dude, I'm telling you, I had only made like what $80,000 when I went to Keith Everett training. And I was in a video and I was like, shoot, well, what I learned today, I feel like I can make $1 million, right? And then I left there after saying that and when it made a meal. You see what I'm saying? Crazy, man. You just know it's like you go in there and it's like you connect with other investors and you hear, you know, when people have made it that far, it's like they've seen it. They know it. They know what it takes to get there. You see what I'm saying? They know what it takes to get there, man. You got to be willing to listen. That's what people don't understand either, man. Like people don't listen, man. You know what I'm saying? They won't listen. It's like, listen, man, I'm trying to tell you what to do. It's like, I'm trying to tell you what to do. I'm trying to tell you what not to do. I'm trying to tell you what works. I'm trying to tell you what does not work. Right? It's like, dude, stop trying to call people on Google Voice. Go get you $1 so you can dial people, so you can dial a lot of people at one time. Don't just sit there and go the cheap route. Don't cheap out on skip tracing, man. Don't cheap out on skip tracing. That was like the number one advice I got from Chris Jefferson. Do not cheap out on skip tracing, right? Spend your money on the skip tracing because that's what's going to create your lead flow, right? That's what I would tell you, Jordan. Do not skip out on, don't cheap out on skip tracing. That is what would change your, that's what's going to create your lead flow, which is going to lead to your deal flow, which is going to lead to your cash flow, right? So if you got a lead flow problem, then you're going to have a cash flow problem, right? So in order to make sure you don't have a lead flow problem, you got to keep feeding the system leads. First, you got to create a system that turns leads into deals. Generate a system that turns leads into deals, right? And then it's all about feeding that system more leads, feeding that system more leads, feeding that system more leads, right? That's what it becomes all about, right? So A says, I'm reading that book you recommended, Discipline is Destiny. It's really showing me I have to be disciplined every aspect. No doubt, man. Talk about all the different aspects of your life, man. About being disciplined in different aspects of your life, and that's huge, right? Being able to be disciplined in the different aspects of your life is huge. So, yeah, I love the book Discipline is Destiny, man. But shoot, man, y'all let me know where y'all from, man. You up in here, let me know where you from. Jordan, kind of tell us a little bit, where's that deal at, man? I know you sent me some stuff over there in St. Louis, but let me know where your deal at, man. What you kind of got going on as far as that deal. And y'all let me know what y'all want to see, man. Like if it's anything that y'all want to see me do on my lives, let me know. And any questions, go ahead and leave the questions over there in the comments so I can answer your questions as far as wholesome. Like a lot of people, like I remember I used to come on lives and wouldn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of questions, but I didn't say nothing. And the thing is, it's like I was telling somebody earlier, like I could have been done a lot of this stuff. I could have been had a lot of stuff I have now. I could have been had the success I've had already. I just didn't take no action. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask that question, right? I didn't buy prop screen. I didn't do all the little stuff, just talking to people. I didn't talk to nobody. Right now, I'm ready to talk to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, so you just have to be willing, man. So you got a question, leave it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Leave it over here on the side. Go ahead and ask your questions. Go ahead and make your comment because that little action step is going to fuel more action. You know what I'm saying? That little action is just going to fuel more action. It's going to fuel more action. It's going to fuel more action. I'm telling you, taking action is a muscle, man. You gotta work it out, man. You gotta work it out. So, oh, it is in St. Louis, Missouri. Got it for 80K and JVing with a friend selling it for 105, baby. Sellers planning on moving out of town soon. That's what's up, man. That is awesome. So when you first had started, how many texts were you consistently shooting out? I would say I probably was texting out maybe 500 people a month. When I was first starting out, like 500 people a month, I was texting. And I would turn around and have my VAs cold calling those same people. But I was trying to do that every month. You know what I'm saying? I was doing it every month. And then whenever I could increase it, I increased it. Like when I got my first deal, I pushed that up. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing 500, I was doing 700. You know what I'm saying? So, and my thing is, like, if you got a buyer, like if Jordan know he got a buyer in St. Louis, and he know he buying these type of properties, it's like, why just skip trace 300 of them when you got $7,000? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why not try to skip trace everything that he would buy? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm gonna skip trace every property that's just like this property. You know what I'm saying? Because most people who bought this type of property probably in the same kind of situation, probably around the same age, same life circumstances. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say. If if I got a deal, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna focus on a buyer, right? Not just one buyer. I want multiple buyers to buying about the same thing. So Jordan got one buyer in St. Louis, Missouri, and they buying this certain thing. Okay, Jordan, find another buyer that's interested in the same kind of property. Find another buyer that's interested in that same kind of property and market to every property that look like that in St. Louis, right? And any other area that they buying in. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. So hey, Jordan, are you in the group, bro? I'll hit you up we can connect. Yeah, no doubt, man. Jordan gonna be on the call on Friday. Don't worry about it, people. I'm saying this, but man, Jordan, hit me up, man. Jordan gonna hit me up. He gonna let me know if he can come through here on Friday. Tell y'all his story about how he got his first deal. Like I said, Jordan been on this thing for a minute. Every day, Jordan to come through, at least holler at us, though, comment, say something. Jordan was commenting, you know what I'm saying? Taking action. I'm telling you, man, it's something about commenting, man. Jordan said, I got you, no doubt, man. So it's something about taking action, man. It's something about action takers. It's something about doers, right? It's like, dude, you have to be a doer, right? Like, you know, once you become a doer, things just start changing. You just keep doing, keep doing, keep doing. They know you've done a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when you ain't used to doing, you just doing the same thing that you always done because you ain't never done nothing different. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I came in here and watched this stuff. I never commented, right? Just like you never done any of the other stuff that could lead you to getting a deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or did any other thing that would lead to all the other goals that you have. You got to be willing to do stuff, man. You just got to be willing to do stuff. You know, that's what I would say. You got to be willing to do stuff. You just got to be willing to do stuff, man. Stuff that's outside of your comfort zone because you cannot remain you and think you're going to get on the next level, think you're going to reach all your goals and all your dreams. If you remain you, all you're going to get is where you at right now, right? Everything that you have done has led you to where you are right now. And if you keep doing that, then you're going to stay where you at. You know what I'm saying? And whatever whatever you become 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now will be a result of what you're doing right now, right? You got to be willing to do what it takes right now to be where you want to be in 5 years, to be where you want to be in 10 years. Because think 5 years ago, where were you at? Yeah, bad as your daggone mind. You here right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, 5 years, you look back 5 years, like, dang, that wasn't that long ago. You're darn right. 5 years from now ain't gonna be that long ago. What the heck you doing now to get to where you want to be? You know what I'm saying? You gotta take massive action. And you hear that all the time, like, but dude, take massive action, right? It's like, dude, go over the top. People, it ain't cool. You doing too much. You going, no, you're not doing too much, man. You ain't doing enough. That's the problem. That's the real problem. You're not doing enough, right? I tell myself that, like, dude, I'm not doing enough. I am not doing enough for me. Like, I'm trying to get on the next level. I'm not doing enough, man. I need to do more. I need to do more. I need to do more, right? I need to be doing more. We ain't talking about just doing more to get money. I'm talking about doing more to be a better person, right? I'm talking about doing more to be a better husband, doing more to be a better daddy, doing more to be just a better person, better businessman. I definitely need to do more to be a better businessman. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be willing to do more, man. Do more. Get better at whatever it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? There's a book called So Good They Can't Ignore You, right? Basically just saying, man, you got to be so good at what you're doing. The people around, they can't ignore how great you're doing at what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people just want to be great at whatever they do. And you got to be the person that just want to be great at whatever you do. Whatever you're doing, be great. You know what I'm saying? Because that translates, right? Like I had a dude that was at my teaching job. He's like, man, everything you do seem to work. You know what I'm saying? It's because I'm trying to be great. I wasn't just I was teaching, but I wasn't just a regular Joe Blow teacher, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I was the guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I was like, I would always play it off. I'm not just chilling. I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? But like, dude, I was that dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I was the best performing teacher in the building, right? It's like I just went going in there chilling, I was like, so just being the best or whatever it is you decide to do, man, you got to be willing to go all in, and that's one thing that I even tell my wife about. It's like, one thing about me is I'm gonna get obsessed about whatever it is. If I'm doing it, I'm gonna get obsessed about it. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's teaching, whether that's wholesaling real estate, whether that's rentals and real estate, whether that's trucking, whether that's whatever it is, I'm finna get obsessed about this thing. I'm going all in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, I'm going all in. I'm getting obsessed. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna dream it. Right? I'm gonna fall asleep on it, still trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, I'm going to get obsessed about it. And that's what you got to do, man. There's just no other way to do it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta want it, man. You gotta really want it. Because the thing is, if not, then you just gonna keep doing what you've always done. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people are blessed enough to their regular routine brings on a certain level of success. You know what I'm saying? But they can always reach that next level, you know. But it's like, look at your parents. You see what I'm saying? It's like they probably didn't reach the level that you're trying to get to, right? So it's like, how they gonna teach you? How they gonna teach you exactly how to get to the next level when they haven't reached that level? That's difficult. It's hard to do something you haven't seen, let alone teach something you haven't seen, right? It's like, that's special. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, man. You got to be willing to take action, man. Right? And there's going to be a lot of wrongs that happen with that taking action, because there's a lot of wrongs that I did with taking action till you finally lead the stuff that actually work. And then when something work, you taking off. You know what I'm saying? So, what separated you from everybody else? Doing, doing, doing separate, doing separates me from everybody else, right? It's just doing, constantly doing, right? It's like I'm constantly doing, I'm constantly owning, I'm constantly thinking, right? I'm constantly thinking, I'm constantly obsessed about it. You know what I'm saying? Just the constant doing, constant doing, doing, taking action, taking action, taking action, taking action, right? Just constantly taking action, right? People like, hey, can you chill out? Chill with that, dude. Constantly taking action, obsessed with it, right? So that's my thing, man. It's like just constantly taking action. Like, dude, obviously I'm no smarter than nobody else. I'm no better than nobody. I can't talk better than nobody else. I'm not smoother than anybody else. I ain't doing nothing that's above anybody else except doing, constantly doing, right? And then like what happened is like I started learning, right? I got obsessed with learning, right? It's like, dude, I got obsessed with learning more stuff and trying more stuff, and I got obsessed with getting outside of the box. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got obsessed with doing stuff that was different, right? I got obsessed with learning. I got obsessed with understanding that I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? I got obsessed with that. It's like I don't know everything, so I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, right? Once I realized, well, I could be wrong, it was like I was cool with that. Oh,